He's skilled enough, yes. I'm gonna give it to him. He's skilled enough because he's winning. Even if he's fighting guys and your guys don't believe are good enough fighters, they should be able to beat him.
Right.
Right, but they can't.
Right.
So he's beating people who really, he shouldn't really be beaten. We gotta give him that credit. He's beating people that he really should not be beating.
Tank is big, Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, Lamont Roach performed great.
Man, this is gonna be better than damn Circus Olay. Yeah, it's gonna look weird as hell in the ring together, man. You see how big Jake Paul is? 200 plus pounds? Man, I don't understand it. I don't get it.
Mike Tyson has said that Jake Paul, the former YouTuber who is now a boxer, deserves more attention for his skills. Tyson says nice things about Jake's skills and qualities that doubters usually don't notice. He says that Paul's good skills in the ring are being overlooked because of the way he learned to box. Tyson thinks Jake's skill in the sport is impressive, even though his path isn't the norm.
Jake Paul, he keeps saying he wants to fight you. Do you want to fight him?
That could be very interesting.
It could be interesting.
I never took it really serious, but yeah, that could be really interesting.
You think that he is skilled enough to make it something that you might actually want to do?
He's skilled enough, yes. I'm gonna give it to him. He's skilled enough because he's winning. Even if he's fighting guys and your guys don't believe are good enough fighters, they should be able to beat him.
Right.
Right, but they can't.
Right.
So he's beating people who really, he shouldn't really be beaten. We gotta give him that credit. He's beating people that he really should not be beating.
Jake Paul has once again caught the eye of people in the sports world, not only because of the fighters he pairs up with, but also because of the site where he holds his fights. Paul said that every day fighting is more fun than the last. And now that Netflix is a partner, the sport is in a new era. The move is important because Netflix, which is one of the biggest entertainment services in the world, now shows combat sports like boxing to a lot of people who might not have watched traditional pay-per-view events before.
Huge news, by the way.
It's massive.
Like,
yeah.
I know we're taking it very nonchalantly. This is going to be your next super fight. And this is
on Netflix. Yeah, Netflix. Insane.
So it's another Netflix fight.
November 14th, Netflix. Hey, it's fun. It's funny. Like, actually, you kind of like pioneered this a little bit. The pay-per-view model for combat is dying, it seems, especially now with the Paramount's acquisition of UFC. It seems like free fights may be the way of the future.
Piracy is such a big problem. That's what it is.
And I thought you did that with one of your fights where you were going against the piracy. What fight was that? Where I don't know, maybe.
No, I mean so there's there was like the TV era of boxing, then there was the pay-per-view era of boxing, and now we're going into the streaming era of boxing. So it's just interesting. Things are gonna get weird, but
I mean,
shout out to Netflix to like believe in it.
So at what point can we give a shout out to your mom?
This topic is really interesting and really clip worthy. That's why I keep hammering him with questions. Do we move on now? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we can't move on. I would just say this, Jake. Let me tell you something, bro.
Okay.
And I don't mean to lil bro you, but he always does.
Can we switch it to younger bro?
Oh my God.
Younger bro?
Yeah, sure, whatever the fuck you want.
He is bigger than you.
He's actually bigger than you. He's actually bigger than you.
Not height-wise.
Yo, today, right now, you guys get in an argument and it goes down. Who's winning?
I mean, Jake's on edge, bro. I think he's. Here's the difference. He's capable of.
I'm aware.
Like really, I'm not sure. I mean, well.
Okay.
As a famous boxer who has worked with some of the hardest hitters in history, Mike Tyson's opinion is more reliable than almost any other watcher in the sport. After sparring with Jake Paul, Tyson told everyone that Jake's hits were surprisingly strong. Tyson said that after the workout, his whole body hurt. Many people who didn't think Paul was very strong were shocked by this comment. This is coming from Tyson, a boxer who has been knocked out very badly. This wasn't just light praise. This shows Paul's real power, not just made-up talk. It also shows that Paul is serious about strength training and fighting, showing that he is more than just a YouTuber who likes combat sports. He is a real athlete who can do real damage.
Oh no, I don't remember the fight that much. I kind of blanked out a little. Listen, know what I remember? Coming back from the first round, and then the next thing I remember Jake is doing some kind of, I don't know, what was he doing at the ring?
Oh, yeah. A little bow at the end, he bowed.
And that's the last thing I remember. You know, but the day after the fight, right after, the day after, I woke up and told my wife, why did I do that? You know, I don't know. I just don't know what the hell goes on.
What did you think of Jake's power, man, when you were in there?
I don't remember it, but my body was really sore. Yeah, my body, my chest, my stomach and stuff was really sore.
Mike Perry is known for giving his honest opinion without any changes. He was furious when he thought Gervonta Davis might go in against Jake Paul. Perry says that Tank Davis is not the same knockout artist he used to be, which suggests that he is not as excited about fighting as he used to be. Perry went on to say that fighters who have lost their love for the sport find it very hard to beat opponents who are naturally bigger, stronger, and more driven. He made it clear that Davis, despite being smart and fast, would have a hard time beating Paul, who was about 180 pounds bigger. That change in weight isn't a small thing. It changes everything about how punches fall, how much punishment a fighter can take, and how much stamina is measured.
Jake is big. Tank has a lot of skill, but I don't think he's the same Tank that we saw the most incredible knockouts. We saw him, I mean, Lamont Roach performed great. They went to draw, and, you know, I just don't know. And Tank walked away. I don't know if he loves it enough to beat a guy who outweighs him by 80 to 100 pounds.
Yeah, true. Final question from me. Canelo, Terrence Crawford, who you got in that fight?
I think I'm going with the Mexican power.
Trainer Greg Hackett gave a fair view of the situation by saying that Gervonta Davis's choice to fight Jake Paul was based on money rather than panic. Hackett made it clear that wanting a big payday is not a sign of weakness. Every fighter looks for ways to make more money in their job. He said that Davis's involvement in this fight does not mean the end of his career or make his achievements less important. It's just a business decision. Hackett begged Tank's friends and critics not to judge this choice. Boxing is a sport that has always been about making money. And throughout history, people have been motivated to fight for prizes by both money and family ties.
When I first saw the headlines and I saw that they was, instead of him fighting Lamont, he'd be fighting Jake, whatever. At first I was like, damn, Tank, like that's kind of crazy. Like, that's up. But then I started thinking about it throughout the day. I'm thinking about it, I'm seeing the posts, and I'm like, yo, none of this is guaranteed. Like, none of that we do in life is guaranteed. And it's also not a guarantee that we all gonna be here for a long time. You know what I mean? We all know somebody that died too early. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I know about life, when I hear old heads talk, you ask them about regrets. I wish I would have did this. I wish I would have did that. I wish I could have did this. I wish I could have did that. At the end of the day, man, you taking a shot at some money. We all wish we could have made that kind of money. I don't understand the issue. He could come back and fight whoever he want after that. His career is not over just because you fighting Jake Paul. Jake Paul ain't no type of fucking demon. It's not like he about to go in there with Godzilla. You about to play around for 8 rounds, 2 minutes with a dickhead. You know what I mean? No disrespect. But, you know, with somebody that think they know how to fight. This is a bank robbery. You know what I'm saying? This is what people do in the corporate world every day. Still money. He doing it. I'm not mad at that, man. Yeah, I ain't mad at Tank for some that.
Timothy Bradley, a former winner, didn't hold back when he called the whole thing a farce. Bradley thinks the difference in size is way too big to ignore. Jake Paul is usually heavier than 200 pounds, but Gervonta Davis has built his career as a lightweight. Bradley made it clear that this kind of fight hurts the sport's reputation because it goes against the basic principle of fair competition between boxers of the same weight. He thinks the event is more of a way to get attention than a real game. Boxing purists worry that mismatches like these hurt the sport's image and turn it into a show instead of a sport. Bradley's criticism mirrors these concerns. He sounds angry about how showmanship and money are put ahead of fair, competitive fights that respect the sport in modern boxing.
Man, this is gonna be better than damn Circus on Lake. Yeah, they gonna look weird as hell in the ring together, man. You see how big Jake Paul is? 200 plus pounds? Man, I don't understand it. I don't get it. Yeah, the circus continues. This is why I can't stand them, Jake Paul. This is why I can't stand him, man. Shoot. Man, Canelo Alvarez is about to jump on that train, too. You know, you got guys like Andre Ward that want to take care of Jake Paul. You got guys, again, Tank. We already knew this was coming. You know, this was supposed to come right after the Rose fight, but he got a draw. Now they didn't skip and ski past the damn Rose fight. Ain't that damn something? I cannot believe this. This is crazy. Man, that's why you gotta stop hanging out there and out there in the ATL, man. Stop hanging out there in that ATL, man. You'll be wearing a skirt in a minute. Man, y'all act like y'all ain't seen them damn videos of them dudes wearing all them skirts, man. Yeah, then all these rappers and stuff wearing skirts and dresses, man. Man, Tank, you better not put a dress on, Tank. Don't put no damn dress on, man. Don't do that, man. But anyways, man, look, this is all jokey jokes. You can take it serious if you want to take it serious. I don't give a damn. Yeah, Tank, ducking and dodging, hiding out. Oh yeah, is it a payday? Hell yeah, it's a payday. Ooh, it's a payday out of this world. Man, Tank Davis he's saving PBC. You know PBC ain't getting no money from Amazon. Y'all know that.
Talking about boxing, Showbiz the Adult was straight when he said that Jake Paul will hit Gervonta Davis hard. His reason comes from the fact that Jake was clearly physically stronger during the fight. Size, reach, and how hard someone can hit. Showbiz thinks that Paul will be able to get what he wants because he is stronger and lasts longer than Tank. This decision makes people even more worried about Davis's chances in such a match. Even though Davis is very fast and skilled, Showbiz thinks that the differences in their sizes will be the key to winning the fight for Jake.
How does Tank Davis beat Jake Paul? I mean, you have Shakur Stevenson saying Jake Paul doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell, and that Gervonta Tank Davis would just outbox him and beat him on points.
I can see Tank just outboxing him and making it real easy.
And I get that, but when I think of Tank Davis, I think of a guy who kind of counters you to knock you out. I think of a guy who's not really a busy fighter. And this isn't just a size thing, because hell, if it was Jake Paul versus the prime Manny Pacquiao, I would say Manny Pacquiao because of Manny Pacquiao's style, how busy he is, how he hops in and out, I think he would collect the points, while Tank Davis, I think he punches the least amount of all fighters in the world right now. So do I think he can one-punch KO Jake Paul? Well, the thing is about Gervonta has really shown a huge amount of concern fighting anything north of 135.
A lot of experts have said they don't think Tank will be able to beat Jake Paul. They're talking about Tank's most recent match against Lamont Roach, in which he failed to make an impression despite facing an opponent who wasn't as big, strong, or naturally skilled as Jake. After seeing how little damage Davis could do to Roach, it makes you wonder how he could possibly hurt Paul, who is much bigger and stronger. Many fans think that Tank's reputation for being able to knock out opponents might not hold up against much stronger opponents because of this argument. The hits you throw should be clean, and they should also have enough power to hurt the other person. Something these analysts don't believe about this meeting.
Thoughts? Do you think that Gervonta Davis will actually knock out Jake Paul? Because in my opinion, he won't, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen. Gervonta Davis, my Muslim brother Abdul Wahid, he will not knock out Jake Paul. And let me tell you why, but before I do, like I said, please let me know your thoughts. Please. I want to figure out what you guys think about this, because I just woke up to this news and I'm trying to process this as I'm making this video. So let's get into it. First thing that came to my mind, Gervonta Davis will not knock out Jake Paul. Let's talk about it. Well, let's talk about the Gervonta Davis side first. Let's look at his last fight, ladies and gentlemen. This man fought Lamont Roach, a world champion at 130 pounds. And Gervonta Davis was never, ever, ever able to budge him, to hurt him, to rock him, to drop him. If anything, the 130-pounder Lamont Roach and him being a 130-pounder actually looked bigger than Gervonta Davis on fight night. The 135-pound champion looked smaller than the 130-pound champion. And let's not act like Lamont Roach has any elite level experience in the pro ranks. I mean, let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen. Before Gervonta fought Lamont, we only heard about Lamont when he fought Hector Garcia. That was my first time ever hearing of Lamont Roach, and that was probably a year before he fought Tank.
Bruce "Shushu" Carrington, a rising boxing star, said he was upset about how these kinds of fights affect the sport's future. He said that most of the time Jake Paul has fought older, retired, or less skilled opponents. And Gervonta Davis, who used to be a very strong fighter, is not as good as he used to be. Carrington was worried that the sport is losing its focus on competition and instead relying on shows for money. He said that younger boxers might start to prefer big-money fights over competitive ones if Jake Paul and his financial backers, like Turki Alshik, keep putting on these mega events. Some people, though, saw Jake Paul's move differently and said that his goal is not only money but also credibility. They believe Paul really wants to show that he belongs in the serious discussions of boxing, and they think that fighting a great boxer like Gervonta Davis will help him do that. Since his first game, Paul has had to work hard to earn respect, and each win brings him one step closer to being taken seriously.
And it definitely seems like this is that he wants the respect of legitimacy. He doesn't want to be looked at like some type of, circus act. Like, people think that he's doing these fights that are being thrown. He's not legitimate, and his detractors are saying that it's like, yeah, okay, well, you did this, you did that, but these guys were old, or, they were retired, or this and that. But the fact of the matter is, when you fought a real fighter, you lost. So people are like, you're not legitimate. That's what people say. So after everything I've seen on him, if he can beat Tank Davis, I think he'll have his legitimacy card. If he can beat or do something like Rocky 1 to where you got people questioning who won, then he's going to get all the respect in the world. That's how I think it's going to go. Because I've seen Tank just destroy people, body people, play with his food, with people. You know what I'm saying? Tank is legit as it gets. So, hey, I had to do this video real quick. You let me know what you think. Now, some of you are already going to say, is this... Nah, they're going to fix it, just like they fixed the other ones.
Finally, some people criticize the whole thing by telling people that the fight is just for entertainment. Some say that this difference takes away a lot of the drama because exhibition fights don't have nearly as much emotion, risk, or competitive stakes as real fights. These critics think that the show is more of a show than a real fight. They think that fans should not expect too much from the match and should remember that its purpose is to entertain, raise money, and get people's attention, not to settle arguments about who is the best boxer.
Exhibition, it's really not going to be any competition. So when Gervonta gets in the ring with Jake Paul, please understand that this is not going to be a boxing match. It is going to be an exhibition. It is there for entertainment, okay? It's kind of like, when you see, an advertisement and it's this beautiful piece of food, but you know that the only reason it looks like that is because it's spray painted and you got all kind of non-edible things on it to make it look better, make it look good, but it's really just an exhibition. It's just something to give you a general idea of and get you excited about some general nonsense. That's the only way that I can describe it. You get to see Jake Paul in the ring, you get to see Gervonta in the ring, you get to see him move around, but you're not going to really see a competitive fight. It's an exhibition. So this is not going to be a real fight for Jake Paul. My understanding is that or a real fight for Gervonta Davis is probably going to be 10 2-minute rounds, and nothing's really going to happen. It's going to be choreographed. If Jake Paul gets too cute and tries to land something too hard on Gervonta's probably just going to move and fight on the outside, slip shots, get on the inside, wind up hitting him with something that could be quite heavy. So, like I'm saying, don't take it and think that this is some real fight.
That's all for the video today. Watch out. Until the next time.